The story of the Brown Lady of Raynham Hall begins in the early 18th century. Lady Dorothy Walpole was the daughter of a prominent politician and sister to the first British Prime Minister, Robert Walpole. In 1713, she married Charles Townshend, a wealthy landowner, and they moved into Raynham Hall, which was a grand estate in Norfolk, England. Lady Dorothy was said to have had a difficult and unhappy marriage. Her husband was reportedly abusive, and she became increasingly isolated and depressed. Eventually, she became ill and died at the age of 40, in 1726. In the years after Lady Dorothy's death, many people claimed to have seen her ghostly apparition in and around Raynham Hall. She became known as the Brown Lady because of the brown dress she was said to be wearing. The first recorded sighting of her ghost was in 1835, when Colonel Loftus, a friend of King George IV, saw her standing at the top of the staircase in Raynham Hall. Other people claimed to have seen the Brown Lady over the years, including 2 members of the royal family. In 1936, King George V's younger brother, Prince George, was staying at Raynham Hall when he reportedly saw the ghostly apparition of Lady Dorothy in his room. He described her as wearing a brown dress and having a sad expression on her face. In 1936, 2 photographers from Country Life magazine, Captain Hubert Provan and his assistant, Andre Shearer, were taking pictures of Raynham Hall for an article. As they were setting up their equipment in the oak staircase, they saw a misty figure descending the stairs. They managed to capture the image on camera, which became one of the most famous ghost photographs of all time. Despite the many sightings and reports of the Brown Lady over the years, skeptics have suggested that the ghostly apparition could have been a trick of the light, a hoax, or even a case of mistaken identity. However, for many people, the story of the Brown Lady remains one of the most fascinating and enduring ghost stories in England.